Well, guys, Donald Trump just announced he's taking over the Washington, D.C. Police Department under the guise of trying to cut down on a crime wave that does not exist. There is no crime wave in Washington, D.C. Donald Trump is using that lie to deploy the National Guards onto the streets of Washington, D.C. to pick up homeless people. That's the crime wave, homeless people. He has announced to the homeless people that they have to get out of Washington, D.C. If they do not leave, they will be risking being arrested. Yeah. If they don't leave, they will be risking being arrested. So he has now officially taken over the Washington, D.C. Police Department under the guise of cutting down on the crime wave, which there is none. The crime in Washington, D.C. year over year is down. It is down. There is no crime wave in December. He's just lying to justify what he wants to do, which is to unleash the National Guards onto the United States citizens. So you Trump fans, you Trump supporters, you Trump voters, you are now responsible for having the National Guard turn on its own United States citizens. This is also another thing that you will be held accountable for. Everything this man does is tied to you, the people that put him in there. You will be just as responsible for the things that happen to the people in this country as the one making the decisions, because you ushered him there. You guys lifted that criminal, that rapist, that child molester, allegedly, talked to Katie Johnson. You guys lifted him on your shoulders and placed him in that White House. And everything he does, every act, every crime he commits, the blood is on your hands. So Washington, D.C., it's finna get real. I don't know what those homeless people are gonna do, but he is setting the National Guards onto the United States citizens. So American citizens now will be accosted by the National Guard. Yes, the military is now turning on its own citizens, who they were sworn to protect from all threats, foreign and domestic. And if this man is not a threat that is currently in the House, in the presidency, if he is not a threat to this country, nothing is. Yet he is the one. He's the one dispersing the United States military onto the citizens of America. The United States citizens. Yeah. You guys put a dictator in this office who's on a serious power trip and has no scruples, no morals. And when a man like Jeffrey Epstein says you have no scruples, we in trouble. Jeffrey Epstein was quoted saying Donald Trump has no scruples. Jeffrey Epstein. The same man that said when, what was his wife's name? The second wife, Ivana, when she told Trump she was pregnant, per Epstein, Trump was considering pushing her downstairs. Pushing her down a flight of stairs. Which is oddly the same way his ex-wife died. Curiously, fell down a flight of stairs. Are you guys ready to be held accountable for what you have done? Because every day your bill adds up higher and higher. It's going to get to the point to where what you owe is going to be way more than you have to give. So, congratulations. You guys are officially supporters of the most evil man that ever walked this earth. And this is who y'all look up to. This is who y'all support. This is who y'all praise. God has to be severely disappointed in his creations. I can imagine just how disappointed he is in you. I hope you sleep well with that.